Thank you for being with us today, sir. We wanted to get right to some of the details of the deal. Tell me about some of the details and what your company brings to the table here in the world of surgical.
Hey, thanks so much for having me today. We're incredibly excited about this deal and the opportunities that it'll provide for our company going forward. So our company, what we do is we create a tiny little surgical robot that goes inside a patient's abdomen and operates from the inside out, so that we're essentially shrinking the surgeon down and transporting them into the patient. And the deal that we've signed with D8 Holdings will provide us the cash that we need, not just to finish up our final development and get through the regulatory clearances that we need to commercialize our product, but will also provide us the capital that we need for that commercialization effort.
I mean, it just seems like a movie, right? It doesn't seem like it's even real. And here you are, and you're really doing it. In fact, getting breakthrough device designation by the FDA. This technology that you have, this is so very important for you, right? To have this designation?
Yeah, absolutely. And it actually is inspired by a couple of science fiction movies where, they shrink down the physicians and place them inside of the patient. The breakthrough device designation it's a wonderful program created by the agency in order to help companies like us get to market, as quickly and effectively as possible. They've evaluated our technology in detail and really looked at the applications that we're targeting and determined that, based on the fundamental technological differences, because we've reinvented the way these actuators work and the way the robot works, we'll actually have clinical benefit where nobody else has succeeded. No technology with open surgery, robotic surgery, or manual minimally invasive surgery have succeeded today. So we're incredibly excited about the opportunity to work closely with the FDA as we ensure that our product is safe and effective and get it to market.
Right, and I know you have a lot of big players here, Becton Dickinson, Bill Gates. Why is it so important to have the right partnerships here and guidance?
Yeah, having the right people, really looking toward the long-term future of our company is incredibly important to us. We're very excited about the partners we've had, like Bill Gates, who has been with us actually since we were working on the development and invention of new robotic actuators in order to make this possible. And now that we've proven out that it works, or are able to do demo procedures on a regular basis, and are getting ready to finalize our product, we're incredibly excited to have Becton Dickinson on as well. They're actually the worldwide leader in hernia repair products and incredible thought leaders in the space. And given that our first target market is hernia repair, we're incredibly proud and excited to work with them.
How do you save costs? You actually talk about maybe lowering costs overall by using this kind of technology. How would you do that? Saying that it is very effective with improving outcomes for patients. Can you give us an example how this would all work?
Yeah, so there are a couple cost benefits. I think ventral hernia repair is actually the best example here. So with a ventral hernia repair, typically surgeons will perform simple abdominal wall repairs because of how difficult it is to work on the ventral wall, that ceiling of the abdomen. But unfortunately, these simple repairs are not very effective. They fail about 20% of the time, leaving the surgeon, the patient needing to have a much more complex revision procedure. So there are better ways to do the procedures. It's complex abdominal wall repairs, but these take 4 or 5 hours to complete. They're incredibly difficult with legacy surgical robots, and they're almost impossible with non-robotic technique. We've proven out our ability to do this in comparable procedural times to simple hernia repairs, while getting higher reimbursement from the insurers under today's reimbursement structure without any breakthrough designation benefits, because of all the advantages that it has in helping the patient and lowering long-term costs due to decreased recurrence. So that's sort of from a procedural perspective. We directly save time and money and consumables used during that procedure, while having a 5x benefit, going from 20% to 4% in terms of recurrence of hernias for the patient. And then we also have capital equipment cost benefits. Legacy surgical robots are essentially 4 giant high-performance robotic arms that create these huge sweeping motions that then pivot about the incision site to make tiny little motions inside of the abdomen. Our system is just a tiny robot inside the abdomen from the very beginning. The system outside is much, much lower cost for us to produce, even today in low volume,
Right.
compared to legacy systems in mass production.
So, and I thank you for explaining that as you did. RBOT is going to be the ticker symbol, NYSE. Third quarter 21 is likely when you're to close. Tell me if those two things are right. And what were some
100%.
Sci-fi movies that inspired you to be the co-founder here to this kind of?
Yeah, it's
surgical?
actually it's a pretty old. Those two are correct. Expecting to close in Q3 of this year, and it will be RBOT, which we're incredibly excited about. Fantastic Voyage was actually the original movie that inspired this. It's a pretty old movie. There's been plenty of spoofs of it since. Magic School Bus is probably one of the more commonly known ones, but it was the original movie that inspired us here.